Because what he just said was that love was investing yourself into someone else. Then if I say self-love, then that means investing time into yourself. Guess what that means? That means caring about yourself. You know what happens when you guys get depressed or sad? You know what happens? It's your body telling you that you need to deal with something. That you need to deal with a problem that's happening. You need to process emotions that are going on inside your head, inside your heart. That you need to get it out and dealt with. When I was a junior, how many students do I have going into their junior year? All right, so let me share with you guys a story, okay? When I was a junior in high school, I had a lot of social anxieties. Let me tell you where that came from. My whole life, I have had a huge insecurity about my looks. Who feels they've been that way, or been there? Like, I feel a huge insecurity. Like, we talked about, I care more about my character than my looks. Some of you were on either side, but you still have that insecurity. Because a lot of times when I was in elementary school, middle school, the reason why I felt like I couldn't get a girlfriend was because of my looks. It was because of my looks. And that created a huge hole in my heart. And what happened was that in 6th grade, I didn't have a girlfriend when I was in elementary school, and I was talking with some classmates, and they said, "What, are you gay?" And what happened is that these guys went around the entire middle school telling them that I was gay. To have those kind of hurtful words put on you, the next thing that you want to do is to go into defense mode. When you go into defense mode, what happened to me was that I turned into a bully. I mainly resorted to verbal bullying, so calling people names and things like that, because it was comfortable for me. Whatever everyone else did, whatever names anyone else called someone else, that was what I said. Because you know what? It made me feel better about myself, because I was like, you know what? People are calling me gay. What can I call you that's worse than gay? And so what happened was that when I finally got into high school, my world blew up. I went to a high school my freshman year. It was a high school of 2,000 people. And so there was a lot of girls there. I know, that's what's up. And still, they put me, gentlemen, how many times have you guys put in the friend zone? Or the I love you like a brother zone? Yeah, oh man, no, you know what it's, oh man, it's terrible. It's terrible. They're just like, it's like, no man, I care about you, but. You're like, oh, I'm not even say but. It's like, all right, fine, we'll be friends, that's cool. So, what happened was that at the same time I was still dealing with that. And so all I tried to do is I shifted from being a bully into being a doormat. How many of you have felt like you've been a doormat in your life? That you just let people walk all over you? What happens is that this is what happened. All of a sudden, my friends wanted to be the one to drive them everywhere. They wanted me to crack the jokes. They wanted me to be the smart one, to help them with their homework, to help them with group projects. They expected me to be the funny one. They expected me to crack jokes all the time. They expected me to be the shoulder to cry on. How many of you guys feel like you have all these expectations of your friends that you feel like you have to meet? Guess what happened? I fell into a 3-month depression. The weight of expectations, guys, is rough and it's heavy, especially when you allow them to drive your life. Those expectations, they got crazy for me. They got crazy because you know what? Because I didn't know who I was anymore. Because my friends were saying, you should be this, because then I'll love you. That's what they said to me. I will love you if you do this. That's called conditional love. And that's what happened is for 3 years of my life, I allowed myself to be a doormat. I allowed myself to be told how to act.